storage, handling, and preparation have taken center stage following increasing reports of food poisoning incidents. But experts say the spate of food-related illnesses and deaths came as no surprise.
I was not surprised by all these late issues that we got because of the heat wave that we had. And most of people were catering and so on. I think they didn't take into account the change of temperature and the increase in temperature, the late recent increase in temperature. So for me, it's something that is due to the fact that we do not respect the cold chain, especially for meat products, especially in chicken, because most of chicken are contaminated with salmonella.
The dangers of foodborne pathogens in the country made international headlines following the outbreak of listeriosis in 2017. But such pathogens can only be adequately contained through adherence to the food's cold chain.
If each and everyone respect the cold chain from the abattoir to the butchery or to the supermarket, and when we buy our meat, we need to be very cautious that you don't drive around with that meat in your boot. By the time you reach home, you have broken the cold chain. The bacteria, if the meat was contaminated, the bacteria multiplies fast, and you are at the risk. And you will see that most of this, it's when they were cooking in bulk. And you see even at our funerals, most of the time after our funerals, we have always running tummies and so on.
The over-utilization of antibiotics by farmers has also contributed to the multiplicity and mutation of these pathogens and risks increasing antibiotic resistance in human consumers.
We have done this just now, a study with ARC for the past 50 years of salmonella. And we have seen that over years, the antibiotic resistance increases. Why? Because on the farm, the more there is resistance, the farmer uses new antibiotics and more antibiotics over years, because they want as much as possible to produce chicken without losing them. So we need to start by reducing the use of antibiotics to ensure that we also reduce the risk. Whatever we see now is that we treat the normal treatment that they use in hospital for treatment of human does not respond anymore, due to the fact that all these salmonellas, they adapt to all these antibiotics that we use. And over time, we have the issue that is the new epidemic, is the antibiotic resistance.
Pre-cooked and pre-packaged food are also not exempt, as significant consideration ought to be put on expiry and best before dates.
The expiring date is mostly due to two things. Mostly it's due to the preservative that they use to ensure that they keep the meat with their taste and so on. But over time, they lose their quality. And we must know also that those preservatives, they also carcinogen. That means they can cause cancer. That's why we need to respect the best before consumption date. So the expiring date also, we need to ensure that at that moment, we can no longer eat the meat because it's no longer, or the meat or the food, any foods, because it's no longer of good quality.
Anyone experiencing symptoms such as fever, nausea, diarrhea, stomach aches and body aches is encouraged to visit their nearest health facilities for medical attention. Sintle Inglihihi, SABC News, Mahikeng.